G'day gang, Danny, how's it going folks? We're back in the Firesong, Elder Scrolls Online Firesong, and about to talk to Lady Arabelle.
I can't in good conscience start the peace talks while the Ascendant Lord, the man I knew as Lord Bacaro, is out there doing who knows what. I'm afraid I need your help again, my friend. We must keep the Druid King's regalia out of Bacaro's hands.
Bacaro already has the gauntlet, but Count Stefan and Druid Laurel have the crown and staff.
Then we must assume that Count Stefan and Druid Laurel are in danger. If Lord Bacaro truly believes he's the heir to the Ivy Throne of the Druids, he'll stop at nothing to get his way. We must go to Galen and defend the remaining regalia.
What do you need me to do?
Druid Ravana and I will get Zaji to sail us to Galen. While we collect the staff from the Stone Lore Circle, I want you to go to Count Stefan and protect the Druid King's crown. We'll meet you at Castle Monard as soon as we can.
I'll head to Vastir and help Count Stefan.
I'll leave Captains Colleen and Suzo to guard the Alliance leaders while we go to Galen. First we protect the regalia. Then we stop Lord Bacaro, or the Ascendant Lord, or whatever he calls himself. Now, get to Vastir and protect the crown.
Will do. Meet Count Stefan in Vastir.
Search the castle. If there are more rogue knights, I want them in chains.
We routed them from the library.
I'm glad to see you again, friend. I just wish your arrival didn't coincide with another crisis.
What's going on, Count Stefan?
A contingent of knights from the Society of the Steadfast entered the castle. Not in and of itself a concern, we are allies after all. But we weren't informed of a visit. When one of my knights saw them go into the library, she went to investigate.
What did your knight find?
She discovered them ransacking the library. They attacked her, but she was able to fend them off and summon help. My knights routed the villains, but we're unsure if anything was stolen, or if there are more of them hiding elsewhere in the castle.
It could be the Ascendant Order. They recently stole armor from the Society.
The Ascendant Order? The rogue knights that gave you trouble back on High Isle. What would they be seeking in my castle?
We discovered that Lord Bacaro is their Ascendant Lord. He wants the Druid King's regalia.
Then those imposters must have been looking for the Druid King's crown. Come, we need to check the library at once. And later I want to hear more about your accusations concerning Lord Bacaro. The library is this way.
Oh, up the steps. Sorry, just had to get that logbook. Does that mean we're almost... Oh, we're 9 or 10. There we go.
Damn their eyes, they ransacked the place.
Battle
See if
Mage.
the case is still here.
Hang on, there's a Battle Mage right in front of us.
Too late, fools. The crown belongs to the Ascendant Order now.
There was a Battle Mage here. It's the last one. Wayrest, Jewel of the Bay.
No, the case is empty. But how did they know to search the library, let alone behind the shelves? They stole the crown right out of my own castle. How is this possible? You said Lord Bacaro is behind this. I think you better tell me what you know.
Lord Bacaro is the Ascendant Lord. He believes he's the descendant of the last Druid King.
If you go back far enough, most Bretons have a druid hiding somewhere in their bloodline, but so many records have been lost. How could he be certain? Regardless, why the ruse with the peace talks and the Ascendant Order?
He wants to be crowned as the new Druid King, replace the Ruby Throne with the Ivy Throne.
So Bacaro was behind it all. The attempts on the lives of the Alliance leaders, the death of the Archdruids of Raval and my father. Wait, Druid Laurel! The staff, Laurel and Frey, are in danger!
Lady Arabelle has gone to the Stone Law encampment to warn Druid Laurel.
Orlaith may have believed in a new age, but Bacaro is leading us toward the Green Scourge. King Cassarane's prophecy of the return of the Druid King. It predicts two possibilities. Either an era of peace and harmony, or a time of nature run amok.
What should we do?
Go to Glimmertarn and make sure Laurel and the staff are safe. I'll gather what knights I can spare. See if Captain Sirivane is willing to aid us once more. I have a feeling we'll need all the help we can get to stop Bacaro and his Ascendant Order.
Go to Glimmerton. But first, read books. Actually, I'm just curious whether I'll see another lore book here and I'll be able to finish that particular part off. And if I don't, if you happen to know where that book is, please feel free to drop it down there in the comments. I might go and pick it up later on. Oh, well, anyway, let's get going. It'll probably end up being that it was like there or right here. No. Anyway, to Glimmerton.
Oh, thank Frey you're
Places
here.
like this
Something
make me
terrible
remember how
happened.
small I am.
This way.
You know, in the grand scale of things.
Rot and damnation. Lord Bacaro, he betrayed us.
Tell me everything that happened, Laurel.
Lord Bacaro and a contingent of steadfast knights arrived with their usual crates of supplies. He took me aside, warned me that the Ascendant Order was after the Druid King's regalia. He wanted to make sure the staff was still safe.
What did you do then?
Blight it all. But I did just what you'd expect. He's our ally, or I thought he was. I showed him that the staff was safe, and he grabbed it. Ordered his knights to hold us back. He has all 3 of the regalia, friend. All 3.
Then what happened, Laurel?
We tried to resist, but we were no match for his knights. Then Bacaro displayed the regalia, proclaimed himself the Druid King, and commanded Frey to follow him. And they did. That's when Lady Arabelle arrived. Wait, Stefan, is he all right?
Count Stephanie's fine. Where's Lady Arabelle now?
As soon as I explained what happened, Lady Arabelle and her companions went after Bacaro. I told them we saw him leading Frey toward Frey's path. I stayed behind to tend to the wounded. But this smacks of the Green Scourge. I'll go with you.
We lost Bacaro in Frey's path. Lady Arabelle is still out there.
Thank you, Nairon. The Druidkin and I will take it from here.
Well, let's get to it. Follow it. The path. Go down south a little bit.
This is the trail they took into Frey's path.
Keep your eyes open. Somebody's standing over there. Captain Zaji?
Over there. That's one of Lady Arabelle's companions.
Five Claw! Oh, thank the moons! The others followed Lord Bacaro. Go and help them. Lady Arabelle is very brave. Barely recovered from nearly dying and already chasing villains into a desolate and scary valley. Hurry, Five Claw. You must go help her.
Why are you out here alone, Zaji?
Zaji decided to wait out here for you, Five Claw. Yes, Zaji waited to direct you. It is easy to get lost in such places, yes? Lady Arabelle followed the Ascendant Lord. Should Zaji call him that now?
Druid Laurel and I will find them, Zaji.
Oh, thank you, Five Claw. Zaji will go back to the Druid village and wait for you there. Look for Casca. She is a great tracker. If she hasn't found Bacaro yet, she will shortly.
Right. Brave Zaji.
They went this way.
There's Casca.
Look, that's the giant cat that accompanied
Good
Lady
to smell
Arabelle.
you, Five Claw. Rivanna thinks Bacaro came here for a purpose. He's not far ahead. Rivanna told me to wait here. She wanted to make sure that Druid Laurel or whoever came after us knew where to go. She doesn't know what the Ascendant Lord is up to exactly, but she's sure he came to this place for a reason.
So where are Lady Arabelle and Druid Rivanna?
They headed west and followed Bacaro into Frey's path. Bacaro left some knights behind to slow us down, but I took care of them. Did you happen to see Zaji on your way here?
Yes, he decided to head back to Glimmerton.
Now that you're here, I'll head back too. I could be more helpful at the Druid village than in a cramped cavern. You might not believe this, but sometimes my size can be a hindrance. Just make sure to bite Bacaro a few times for me.
Will do.
The ruins on the western wall of the hollow. That's got to be where everyone headed.
Let's go in that direction then.
There's a druid ahead.
Over here, my friend. Lady Arabelle followed them through that door. Lady Arabelle said you'd find us. Told me to wait here and point the way. She followed Bacaro, the Ascendant Lord, through that door over there. Go help her. I'm still not sure she's fully recovered from the effects of the poison.
Zaji and Kaska said you might know why Bacaro has become, or has come to this location.
Just speculation, really. Frey's path is a sacred place, and such locations contain power if you know how to draw upon it. Bacaro is going to need all the power he can get if he wants to press his claim as the Druid King.
What do you mean?
The Stone Lore Circle, at least, will never accept his claim. Not unless forced to. Not to mention the Three Alliances. Bacaro is going to need more than the regalia and his small army of knights to accomplish his ultimate goal. To rule all of Tamriel.
How is Lady Arabelle doing, Ravana?
She's definitely on the mend, but she should be resting. Running after the so-called Ascendant Lord can be hazardous to her condition in a number of ways. Go after her, my friend. Keep her safe and deal with Bacaro before things get worse.
Going in? Laurel, you coming with me?
All these plants were recently torn away. This door must have been hidden for ages.
Explore Frey's path.
That's Lady Arabelle. What's she doing?
Careful, dears, and watch where you step. Now don't be alarmed, dear, but I happen to have stepped where I shouldn't have. I suppose I owe Druid Ravana an apology. The lingering effects of the poison do seem to have made me somewhat discombobulated.
What did you step on, Lady Arabelle?
A pressure plate, I think. Some sort of trap put here who knows when, and by who knows who. That can wait, though. I followed Lord Bacaro in here. He met with a group of druids. Firesong, I think. He promised them vengeance against the Stone Lore.
What about Frey? Were they with him?
The nature spirit? Yes, they were here. I couldn't quite tell if they were a prisoner or not. Bacaro did say he needed them to talk to Frey's path, whatever that means. You need to go after them, my dear.
What about you? We need to get you off that pressure plate.
Oh, I agree. But that's not going to be done quickly. And as long as I remain in place, we're all perfectly safe. You go on ahead. Druid Laurel can stay here and help me disarm this insidious contraption.
All right, I'll go after Lord Bacaro and Frey.
Don't move, Lady Arabelle. Let me see what I can do.
Not a muscle, dear lady. Go, my friend. Find Bacaro and Frey.
I'm off. They'll figure it out, I'm sure.
Someone approaches. Don't let them reach the ritual site.
Got these spikes coming out of the ground.
Ascendant Knight. Firesong ally.
Dad, do not do this.
Obey your king, Sower. The spirit here will awaken and do my bidding. The prophet demands it.
With the blood sacrifice. The volcano spirit.
Forest Wraith?
You would oppose me, my friend. Don't you see? I will bring peace to family. We shall start by punishing unleashing the Stone Law. Servant of Frey, come forth!
Right. What you got for us?
Obey your king. Destroy the Stone Law Circle and their allies.
That's the best you got? Alright.
Interesting.
Oh, Casca.
An old druidic summoning chamber. I want to examine these carvings.
Take a bite of him, Casca?
Damn my clumsiness. If not for the fact that we were delayed by that trap, we could have been here to help you with that creature. Then maybe Lord Bacaro wouldn't have been able to slip away.
Bacaro summoned that spirit to destroy the Stone Lord Druids and to deal with us.
I assume this was at least in part a test of sorts, to see if he could actually call forth a spirit and command it. Plus, he wanted to prove to his followers that he is worthy of the Druid King's regalia.
Where do you think Lord Bacaro went?
Somewhere he can further strengthen and consolidate his power, especially since he knows we're onto him. Druid Laurel is examining the stone carvings. Perhaps they can tell us something. Take a look and talk to her, dear.
These carvings tell an interesting story. Take a look, my friend. This carving shows the Druid King binding a spirit into Mount Firesong.
What about this one?
This carving depicts the spirit slumbering within the volcano. See the Druid King's regalia?
What about this one?
This carving indicates a possible future. See how the spirit awakens and the volcano erupts? It's a warning.
I always say, when someone gives you a warning, it's best to take heed.
Ancient druids called upon the spirits of the green at their own peril. Only the Druid King was ever able to do so safely. It's why we abandoned the practice long ago. This is where they did it. At least where some of them did it.
What do you think the stone carvings are meant to tell us?
Like so much of the ancient knowledge that remains, these carvings are open to interpretation. Obviously, we can see the spirits of the green, forces of nature in the bosom of Frey. Then we see a spirit slumbering beneath Mount Firesong.
The way Frey slumbered before the Firesong awakened them?
Very much so. And the spirit must be extremely powerful due to how sacred Mount Firesong is. I think that's what the final carving tells us. Let the sleeping spirit lie. For generations, that's been one of the Firesong's primary purposes.
What do you think all this means?
I think Bacaro plans to call forth the spirit of Mount Firesong with the Druid King's regalia. With a spirit of that magnitude, the armies of Tamriel won't stand a chance. Go to Vastir, and tell Stefan to prepare his ships. We must go to Ifilon.
If we're going to stop Bacaro, we're going to need help. Go to Castle Monard and rally Count Stefan's knights. I'll make sure the rest of us are ready.
Got it.
I hope you'll reconsider. This threat endangers us all.
The Gilded Blades aren't mercenaries to call on to clean up your mess, Count Stefan.
My knights are ready, but Captain Siravain isn't convinced she wants to join us in this particular fight. But never mind that. Is Druid Laurel all right? Is the Sacred Staff safe?
Laurel is fine, but Lord Bacaro has all three regalia and Frey. We think they've headed to Ifilon.
Damn it all to oblivion. At least Laurel is all right. I've assembled what knights I can spare, but we could really use Siravain and the Gilded Blades. Maybe you can convince her to help.
I'll talk to the captain.
I'd appreciate it. I've been banging my head against that particular wall for hours now. Remind her that if Lord Baccaro takes control of the archipelago, any safe ports she has on Galen will evaporate like a drop of water in a hot skillet.
I can never get enough of the food you landbound eat. It's so delicious. The Lordling sent you over to convince me to help, didn't he? My answer is the same. Why should I care about your political drama?
Lord Baccaro has declared himself the new Druid King.
And that concerns me how, exactly? If Druids want a king or not, that's their business, not mine. Sea Lord Nalos was my problem, and I took care of it. What happens on Galen next doesn't matter to me.
We helped you defeat Sea Lord Nalos, and get your crew and ship back.
Just because our purposes aligned once doesn't mean we'll sail side by side forever, mercenary. We both wanted Nalos dead, and now he is. That was a win for both of us. I'd need a more compelling reason to risk my crew again.
How's this? If Lord Baccaro and his allies take control, no port in the islands will be safe for you.
That is certainly something I hadn't considered. I do like the safe haven that the Lordling has provided us with. And what was that about allies? Baccaro is working with the Firesong? All right, you convinced me. My ship is yours, for now.
I knew you'd come around, Sirvain. Let's meet at the Vastir docks.
To the docks.
It's good to see you, dear. And is that Count Stefan? Glad House Monard could join us, Your Excellency. Captain Zodji's ship is ready to sail. Next stop, Ifalon.
Yep. We good?
Druid Laurel said something about fighting an angry volcano spirit. She was joking, yes? Please, Walker, tell Zodji that we will not be sailing the Pounce too close to the volcano. This one would rather not see his beloved ship go up in flames.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, here we are, right in the middle of a story that might be too outrageous for even Investigator Vale to tackle. Luckily, we have you. I still can't truly believe it. Baccaro, the Ascendant Lord. Let's get aboard the skiff and go, dear.
Let's do it.
Come, dear. We have plans to make. Laurel, Ravana, and I talked during the voyage. If Lord Baccaro truly means to awaken the spirit of the volcano, he's going to need to do it from inside Mount Firesong. And since he knows we're coming, he'll throw everything he has in our way.
So what do you propose, Lady Arabelle?
Sleight of hand, my dear. Count Stefan and Captain Sirvain landed farther up the beach. While our allies draw attention at the main entrance, you and I will follow in their wake and find another way into the mountain.
Do you know of another entrance we can use?
Laura wasn't sure, but she thinks she remembers a cave to the right of the main entrance. Let's search around. If nothing else presents itself, we'll see where that cave leads.
Search around Mount Firesong?
The Ascendant Order's forces pulled back to the main entrance into the mountain. Sirvain and her pirates went after them.
Well, I'm going in that direction.
This is gonna be fun.
Jeez, alright. Some eruptions.
These Ascendant Order barnacles are cowards. They flee at the first sign of a worthy opponent. I assumed these Ascendant Order Knights were going to provide a challenge, but they ran the moment we began to cut them down. They did mention the Ascendant Lord, though. He's definitely inside the mountain.
Big mistake.
The spot Laurel mentioned should be just ahead. The cave Laurel suggested. It must be behind those vines. This tunnel cuts deep into the mountain. Hopefully, it will lead us to Lord Volcano. Firesong druids, proceed with caution, dear.
The Druid King calls forth the spirit of the volcano. Soon, our enemies will perish in lava and flame.
Volcano is started. We have to hurry.
All right. Phew.
The volcano is becoming more active. The lava is rising.
Anyone else?
Keep moving. Ember just doesn't care, does she? Lava rising, Ascendant Order everywhere. Still so confident and happy.
Look over there. That's Druid Laurel's nature spirit. We have to help them.
Let's free Frey again.
Don't stop, my brothers and sisters! The spirit of the volcano stirs! Why is it moving?
Keep them back while I sing.
The lava is rising. We don't have much time.
Uh-oh. Watch out, Arabelle.
So much better than reading.
No, friends! Step into the wind vortex. Volcano wields the regalia. He commands the spirit to awaken, and now the volcano awakens too.
Lord Volcano truly is insane. Stay with Frey, my friend. I need to warn the others.
Let's go,
The
Frey.
false king is farther up the mountain. I will help in any way I can.
Keep moving. Lava everywhere. Oh, whoa, whoa.
When Mount Firesong erupts, many lives will be lost. Lava will consume the
What happened to Ember? Better move quicker. I'm sure she'll be back in a second, though.
ancient pacts broken. Ancient promises ignored. King must pay.
Keep moving. See the lava rising behind us.
I can't be stopped. Not by you. Not by the nature spirit. Look how the very mountain obeys me! Spirit of the volcano, send your avatars to destroy my enemies!
The avatar of Mount Firesong?
The spirit created an avatar. Defend yourself, Laurel friend.
Stop them, Spirit! Do what you were summoned to do!
You're right, Amber?
Give up, my friend. We both want the same thing. An end to this stupid war, and something better than the Ruby Throne.
The spirit is too powerful. Once unleashed, it cannot be controlled.
Spirit of Mount Firesong, lend me your strength. Give me the power to destroy my enemies. I am Lord Volcano, the Ascendant Lord, the Druid King. Soon, the alliances will be nothing but cinders and ash!
He joined with the spirit. Now the volcano will follow its nature. It will explode. Over here, I will summon another wind vortex.
Good.
Step into the wind before the lava consumes us.
Get us out of here.
The spirit has been...
I can't hear what you're saying, Frey, but you better run. We need to get out of here.
The false king is farther up the mountain. I will help in any way I can. Ancient pacts. Broken. The false king is farther up the mountain. I will help in any way I can.
Keep moving. Get out. Go, 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 go.
The false king is farther up the mountain. I will help in any way I can.
We got him.
When the lava flows, the Alliance leaders will die.
Let's have a bit of chicken before we fight this punk. Alright. Testing those swings, we're good. Let's go.
No more alliances. No more Ruby Throne. The era of the Ivy Throne begins now! Face the
Destroy the shards and I will absorb their essence.
There's another one over here. Whoa. Watch out, Ember. Whoa, whoa. Alright, alright, alright. Got enough? No, not yet. You are the nothing?
The spirit of Mount Firesong fled when the false king died. The volcano has no spirit to calm it now. The false king is gone, but so is the spirit of the mountain. Without a spirit to calm it, Mount Firesong's rage will continue unchecked.
Isn't there any way to stop it?
Perhaps, if the balance is restored. A new spirit must fill the void in Mount Firesong's heart. I will be that spirit.
What does that mean, Frey?
It means I will calm the volcano before it destroys the archipelago. Attempt to contain most of the damage to Iphelon. But I will need your help, friend of Laurel. Friend of Frey.
What do you need me to do?
Place the regalia to form a circle around me. Then command me to bind myself to the mountain. You are not the Druid King, but with the regalia and my willingness, the binding should hold. Then I will do what I can to quiet the volcano.
What happens to you after that, Frey?
I will remain, but I will be different. As the seed becomes a tree, I shall become the spirit of the mountain, and I will slumber, as will Mount Firesong. Now take the crown and the gauntlet and place them around me.
I'll do as you ask, Frey.
Quickly, friend. Place the gauntlet and crown to form a ritual circle. Now Free is the spirit of Mount Firesong. Now the volcano will be still. Goodbye, friend. Continue.
Yes?
The volcano erupted, but except for the top of the mountain, Iphelon is intact. I very much want to hear what happened, dear. I got everyone back to the ship before the volcano fully erupted, but even so, I'm surprised we're all still alive. Care to enlighten us about what happened inside Mount Firesong, dear?
I defeated Lord Bacaro, but Frey took the place of the mountain spirit. They contained the eruption.
Frey was able to contain all that power. They saved the archipelago, the Alliance leaders, all of us. But where's Frey now? Why didn't they return with you? You said they took the place of the spirit. What does that mean?
I'm not sure, but I don't think Frey's coming back. They're part of Mount Firesong now.
Oh, poor Frey. Their sacrifice saved us all. I'll remember them fondly for that. And you're sure Lord Bacaro is defeated? Without their leader, his Ascendant order should fade away. But what happened to the Druid King's regalia, dear?
Frey used the regalia to bind themselves to the mountain. I think it was destroyed by the volcano.
It's just as well. As long as the Druids remain divided, they aren't ready for a new king. And I'm not sure how Emmerich and the others would react to another royal in their midst. Well, talk to our friends, dear. Then we should return to Vastir.
That's a whale of a story, mercenary. But I think I prefer having you with me than against me. So, at least for now, you have the respect of the Gilded Blades and their captain.
What happened to the Gilded Blades and your ship? Why are you on the Perfect Pounce?
The Gilded Blades handled themselves well, as always. And when Lady Arabelle sounded the warning, we headed to the nearest ship and set sail. For me, that happened to be this one. And your spirit friend decided to stay behind? Is that true?
Yes. Frey chose to stay behind and contain the volcano.
That's intense. Can't say I'd have done the same, but I can respect someone willing to give up their life to save others. It isn't particularly the Sea Elf way, but still. I think I'll drink to Frey whenever I sail past the mountain.
I'm sorry we couldn't figure another way to get out of this. Frey shouldn't have had to sacrifice themselves to save the rest of us. I'm just glad you stopped Bacaro. Now maybe we can finally start to rebuild Galen.
It was Frey's choice. They made the decision and asked me to help them see it through.
All this death and destruction because Bacaro wanted to dig up some ancient Breton legacy. If I learned anything from my time with the Druids, it's that they don't need a king or a prophecy to make the world a better place. They just need to do it.
So you don't believe in the legacy of the Bretons?
Don't be silly, of course I do. But that legacy isn't crowns and gauntlets. It's people, born of humans and elves to become something altogether new. It's magic, druids, and knightly orders. That's the Breton legacy I believe in. It's the best of us.
I'm glad you were with Frey inside the mountain, my friend. I'll never forget what they did to save us all.
Is Frey gone for good, Laurel?
Frey isn't gone, friend. They've just become something more. As a tree grows from seed to sapling to massive oak, so too has Frey transformed. They're still with us, asleep in Mount Firesong, keeping us safe from the power of the volcano.
Zaji could get used to this hero business. If only it paid better. Oh well. When you're done talking to everybody, let Zaji know and we'll sail back to Vastir.
I wish I could have been there with you when you took down Bacaro. I really wanted to rip into him and see what a traitor tastes like. Maybe next time, yes.
Maybe next time.
What a season this has been, my friend. The Ascendant Order, rogue druids, a false druid king, and an ancient nature spirit. All because of a prophecy most of my people barely remember. I'm just glad you were here to help set things right.
Right, I think I've spoken to everybody. Let's go up top and return to Vastir.
Over here, my dear. Count Stefan and I have something for you. You're really making a habit out of saving the archipelago, and of aiding me. Thanks to you, we revealed Lord Baccaro as a traitor, saved the islands from an erupting volcano, and ended the threat of the false Druid King. Well done, my dear.
What about the Ascendant Order, Lady Arabelle?
Don't worry about them. Without a leader, they'll quickly fade away. Now we just need to proceed with the peace talks. We're back on track and the archipelago is safe thanks to you. Now take this. Count Stefan and I wanted you to have it.